I want to consume an 18-point Speartip. And we don't like trap players here. So, where is he? He had double last sight and we were down a card. And look at this. We still have 118 points. He just passed because there's no way you can keep up with this. GG. Today I wanted to check out the changes to Old Speartip Asleep. Since the patch didn't have too many big things in it, this was probably the most interesting one. So basically, Old Speartip Asleep, after 3 turns, summons Old Speartip from your deck, increases base power by 6, and banishes itself. And if Old Speartip Asleep takes damage, you summon Old Speartip from your deck and banish self instead. So, if he gets damaged, you get Old Speartip, and then he's gone. And then, if you wait 3 turns, Old Speartip comes out as an 18. The base power increase is pretty nice because we can use something like Ozzrel to boost with it. I don't think this is super competitive or super strong, but it is pretty interesting. And Tall removal will probably, like a Heat Wave or something, will deal this. It no longer has Veil, so it will probably be locked. And we're going to try and deal with that as we can. So, basically the deck here, it's essentially just a Koshchey deck. It's a Thrive Koshchey deck, pretty simply. I just wanted to try out the changes to Old Speartip Asleep, and this seemed like the best deck to do it in. Also, I didn't get to use this deck much last season because Clog was really popular, and Clog kind of hard counters Thrive Koshchey, because if you can't draw your Koshchey into your hand, you're kind of doomed. So it didn't have a good matchup there, and I just didn't play it much. So I wanted to play it. Pretty simple deck here. We've got the Onermancy. We're not playing Devotion. The reason we're not playing Devotion is because we need more consistency. You could run Naglfar instead of Onermancy, gain some provisions, and make it a Devotion deck. But I also wanted to have more Purifies in it, and the Purify for monsters, the Wild Hunt guy. Where is he? I don't like him. I just think Pellar's better. So wherever this guy is, there he is, the Naglfar's Taskmaster. I just don't think I don't want to use her. I'd rather use a Pellar, so I'm playing neutral anyway, because I like Onermancy, so that's what we're going to do. I was also running a Maxi earlier. Maxi's really good in Koshchey, because you have to make sure you get your Caranthier and draw the Koshchey. So Maxi was in here too. I took it out, though, to fit in Old Speartip Asleep. So we got the Onermancy, we got Mamuna. Mamuna's here going to be used on Griffin, and if we don't get Griffin, we could potentially do on Kikimor Worker. Old Speartip we'll be trying to use here. He's probably going to Heat Wave every game or something like that, but we're going to try. Koshchey, Caranthier for the combo, get a bunch of points. Really strong in a 3 or 4 card round 3. Really good. And then you got your Imlerith and Imlerith's Wrath. We need control. There's some things that if we don't answer, we lose to. For example, the popular Clog Colgrim deck I mentioned. I'm sure it'll still be around. I doubt people stopped playing it just because there were a couple changes, and that deck didn't really get nerfed. So we'll probably see that, and we need Imlerith's Wrath to kill some things we can't deal with otherwise. Toad Prince is pretty good, consumes. I really like Toad Prince. Good value, deals with a 4-point engine. Ozzrel for our finisher. We're going to try and consume an 18-point Old Speartip. Probably not going to happen, but we're going to try. If Goliath, good value for his provision, or good value for his in the deck, because he's really tall, and we need the tall to thrive, and just play him when the opponent doesn't kill him. A lot of decks actually won't kill him anyway, because oftentimes they have some kind of finisher that they need to play out of their hand. For example, Savala. Savala is usually the tallest card in those decks, right? It's a 6. They don't usually run much more that's taller than a 6, and they need it to deploy so they won't kill Goliath, stuff like that. Some next build though, so you definitely want to play them last anyway. We got Parasite for a bit of control, Old Speartip Asleep with his change, and Dragolarvis for the Thrive. The 2 Griffins, we have to discard one with our Imlerith, and then we will move the other one out. If you end up having to play one, you can always use it on like a damage unit or something. It's really not ideal though, you don't want to. The 2 Kikimor Workers, if you're playing Devotion, these would be on El Conquerors, but we're not. 2 Pellars. The reason I went with Pellars is because the point of this deck is to try and use with Old Speartip, the new Old Speartip Sleep. And since he lost Veil, he's very vulnerable to lock, so I put in 2 Pellars. It also really helps because we don't have a lot of control, so a big card behind Defender is a problem. But if we can Purify the Defender, we can answer like one problematic card with a Parasite or a Imlerith's Wrath pretty easily, but we can't deal with 2, right? We can't Imlerith's Wrath the Defender, then they play some card that we can't deal with. That would be a problem. The one Bruxa, this is just any 4 Persian card. This could be a Squirrel. You could be a Spores. Those are the 2 I'd go to in neutral. Otherwise, could be an Elder Bear if you want the 6-point guy. Yeah, I just wanted the Bruxa because I felt like I wanted to thrive instead. A little bit higher upside. The 2 Drowners and 2 Neckers. Drowners for a bit of control of movement. Again, pretty helpful for people putting stuff behind Defender, which you might have trouble with. Also can actually answer stuff like Neckarat, or any of the row-locked cards. Then the 2 Neckers. Necker is really good if it's not damaged, and I've mostly been playing people who don't have a way to kill it, making it really good. So we're going to try it out. Anyway, this is the deck. Let's go see how it performs in the game. Oh, and we're running Magic Lamp because there's not really a point to the other ones. So I want Magic Lamp. Alright, let's find an opponent here. Should be pretty interesting. Now, I don't think this deck's going to be super good. But I'm curious in how the Old Speartip Asleep works. Like, if we'll actually even get him to work at all. Okay, new Handbuff. Kind of what I expected. Handbuff got some nice changes. We'll be trying that out too. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you do. Generally, how you beat Handbuff is you win round 1 and bleed out all of their buffed cards round 2, denying them all of their carryover. I don't think we need Pellar versus this. I don't think he's been running Lock. So we go Neckers into Andrela. 2 Neckers is pretty, not something I want to try and do, but I think here we should be fine for Neckers. To Dragolarva, just go for a bunch of Thriving. Do I need this to block random damage? No, but there's no point in not doing it. He probably doesn't have a way to kill Neckers. And then we go in Dragolarva, and that Thrive should carry the round. Or we could deny him the option of using this order by pushing it to the range row. Otherwise, he's going to kill one of our larvas. So let's do that. We can keep another Thrive Engine alive now. We don't have a Griffin and we don't have Imlerith are the 2 things we're missing for setup. Probably not too big a deal. Although it would be nice to have them. Okay, he's going to go with this Ursa. That's fine. We're still kind of in the setup phase here. Let's go with these. We've got 4 Thrive Engines now. And Old Speartip's Asleep won't work because we have Old Speartip in our hand right now. But we should have plenty of value to be able to carry this round. Probably be fine. Our hand really isn't that good, honestly. We could try and bait him with Old Speartip Asleep at some point as well. That might work. For now, though, let's just start Thriving. It doesn't matter where we put this in. We have no more Insectoids. The Thrive should carry us. Fair enough. So after 3 turns this goes off. I want him to kill it. But we have Old Speartip in our hand. The issue is here is actually we can go for Mamuna now because he killed that. We can go for Mamuna. It's not ideal. I don't want to really. Old Speartip Asleep's really interesting, but we can't play it. We could Ownermancy out a card. So he's got this. We could Ownermancy a unit out that thrives. Potentially our Goliath. Yeah, let's go for that. And the other thing is, if he ends up killing this Goliath, we are holding our, we're not holding our Ozzrel. If he does end up killing this, I find it, well, I just find it really unlikely this dies. And now is the turn we bait with Old Speartip Asleep. Alright, so he fell for it. Obviously, we don't get to summon anything out, which is a bit annoying. Do we have the Sabbath? Almost Sabbath. All that matters really here is to win this round, which is why I'm not too concerned about his ability. We'll play our Old Speartip. And we're up by a lot now. And now we need the... Okay, he's gonna pass. So if he needs the if we need the Emerald's Wrath now, we've got a lot of damage for it. Okay, this game we're not gonna get the new Old Speartip combo off, but it's way more important to win this round 1. I'd rather have the Mamuna to start the next round. We do need our Koshchey. This isn't going to be very useful. Do we go for a long round? He's going to have a lot of value. The thing is, we don't have Koshchey. And we can't use Caranthier, which makes this really awkward. You don't really have a choice in this. We have to kind of go for this. He's going to get a little bit of Handbuff. But he doesn't have a lot of stuff carried over, right? No engines or anything. So we go for the long round fight here. Normally you don't want to do this because Caranthier Koshchey like fills up your rows super fast. Which kind of means I want to find... Well, we don't have a Koshchey. That's kind of a problem. He might have Hawker Smuggler, so this is better than this. Hand's not looking great. Again, our rows got filled up with Caranthier Koshchey. What's our Caranthier target going to be now? It's not going to be good, whatever it is. Like I said, he doesn't have that Hawker Smuggler. We're going to move it like this. Stop him getting points from it. Now, I don't think we can really win, though. We don't have value anywhere. Like, we just don't have value anywhere. We're going to have to Oneiromancy out Caranthier and kind of see if that goes for this. Hand just was really poor. Just kind of unfortunate. Do we need this Peller? Probably not. We don't have any good plays, really. We do have Mamuna. But, I don't think we can beat this finisher he's going to have.
Do not eat the yellow snow.
Simlas going to be the double. Yep. I just think this finisher is going to be too big. Which will be a bit annoying. We just got a lot of poor draws this game. Mainly we didn't get Koshchey. So what Maxis was in the deck for before? We're going to have to kill this Sorceress of Dolbothana, by the way. But we have the Toad Prince for that, so that's not too bad. Go Toad Prince. Consume this. Definitely don't want him getting a free card. And now, like, Caranthier just plays for 4 from our hand, right? None of these things had any value on him at all. So, we'll just leave it. Use it to Thrive Koshchey stuff. Adrenaline 4. So this is the turn we go for Koshchey. Unfortunately, it's going to die, right? Because he's going to have Sheldon, probably. So that's awkward. That's going to die. I'm kind of curious to see how big his stuff's going to get. We could discard... Like, we're not going to win this unless we're really lucky, right? So the only way we've got a chance, I think, is if we try to play Imlerith to draw our Koshchey. I don't think anything else gives us a chance to win, because he's got too much carryover. So obviously it's a really low probability to work. I think it's our only chance to win the game. Well, that's interesting. Get rid of this. We have a chance now. We have a chance. Obviously, it's not looking good still, but at least this might work. Super low value Ozzrel. Okay, that's gonna die. We knew that. Go Koshchey. Go leader. He still is, he's probably, oh, he is playing Aglace. I was about to say he's probably not also playing Aglace, but he is. We got our Ozzrel here. Where is our Old Speartip? There he is. Unfortunately, we still lose, but this was our only shot. If we did it one turn earlier, maybe there's the torque. Yeah, that was not a great hand. Actually, it was really bad. Oh, well, that happens sometimes. We try and use these combo-ish decks. Always an issue with Karantha Koshchey. Always a possibility. If he didn't kill our Emerlith, we would have had a much bigger Emerlith Wrath for 22. Ended up being sort of close, but he killed Emerlith, so not really. We could have, like, Emerlith discarded for 0 boost, but we needed the units for the Thrives. Parasite was only ever going to be worth 6 points. Yeah, I kind of figured people would just be spamming Handbuff right now with all the changes. Obviously, we could have countered that deck a lot better, but I wanted to play this and try out Old Speartip's changes. Let's see here. Again, I don't think we need the Pellers. Okay, this hand is just really heavy on bronzes, which might make this hard to win. Pyrotechnician. I think we just Toad Prince that. We just start with Toad Prince on that. We don't want to damage it something else. We don't want to give him death blows on his other things, but he's going to get them. It's a pretty good Toad Prince target. Then we go for the Neckers and Dragolarvas, all the good stuff. Cat Witchers. Well, we can dodge here and then use the Drowner to dodge another turn. We just don't want to get pinged in case he has another one. He might. Nova Commander unnerfed, by the way. It's a little bit of a surprise to me. Kind of thought I would get a little bit of a nerf.
Have you seen a fuse lying about, have you?
We could go for the Larvas to make this move and not get a ping on us, or we can, or the Drowner, or we go for the Larvas for a more Thrive setup. Then we go Bruxa. We don't have a lot of Thrive though, which is kind of the issue here. Let's go with Larvas. Like, everything we have is sort of just a 2, which is not great. We could play this Griffin and then Mamuna, because something might get pinged to a 1. There's a removal. Not surprising. Some damage on that. Again, not surprising. Losing guys. Gives us Doomed. Interesting. I think we go for the Bruxa setup here. Okay, so when he moves... Yeah, we kind of figured that. We could Drowners, but Drowners doesn't play for a lot. Our choices here... I think this is the best one. Just remove this. This stops getting boosted. And then if we Drowner, unfortunately, he's going to boost whatever we move. Alright, we can't beat this then. This is 4 points a turn. if we interrupt it, he still gets another guy out here. And we just don't have the hand for this, I don't think. Although, playing Griffin, if it destroys a 3, it also thrives by 3, so that's worth 9. You play this Drowner. Well, it can destroy the Drowner, then these will buff. So it would play for 9. And then we have the Drowner to move one of these. The Drowner plays for 2. And it does no damage because one's blocked by armor and one it buffs. Yeah, we're not going to win this. It's really unfortunate because we really want to win that. Oh, we're playing Oak Critters. So Devotion. Well, we know his Devotion anyway because he's hand buffed, so he has Torque. There's our Caranthier. We have Caranthier and Koshchey, so that's nice. Old Speartip, Asleep's nice. I don't want 2 Drowners. We do want Imlerith. I don't think we need Peller. No Imlerith still is a bit annoying. We'll just play out this Kikimor Worker as a bit of backup. Let's see how lucky he gets here. You'd think they never changed the card with how many people get exactly. Look at this. You'd think they never changed the card. They always seem to get it. Look at that. He's just so good. So good. Well, we just kind of have to hope he can't buff that. Then we play Kikimor Worker. He's going to kill it, but then we can use Mamuna, and that'll help this round quite a bit. Primordial Doubt. What on earth? He's playing Oak Critters, oh, we knew he wasn't Devotion. What is this deck? I'm just confused. We play this, he kills it, we go Mamuna. It's probably the choice, right? Because he's going to use a leader charge to kill this for free, and we just Mamuna. Well, he's going to think it's for free, then we Mamuna. Oh, he doesn't. Interesting. Very interesting. So we need 15. That's not happening without leader. We could set up the Old Speartip boost. Right? So we play this. Goes to 2. We play another card because we have to play 2 cards. It goes to 1, and then it comes out when we pass. Gets us to 13, then we need 9 more still, though. We'd have to Ozzrel. We can also Caranthier for the Griffin. Let's do this. Now, we do need the... Well, it's going to come out. We have to play any card, right? We can just play the Griffin, have it destroy itself, and this pulls out Old Speartip for a whole bunch of points. So don't actually need anything. And then that'll set up the Mamuna Griffin. It's not terrible. Obviously we down a card, but we're going to go down a card no matter what. He destroys himself. And we pass and get our Old Speartip out. Let's see if this is enough. We have a big Ozzrel finisher. And Caranthier Koshchey is really good. But we just need more big cards, basically. We need... Okay, Goliath's good. Not great on the Peller. The other Griffin I don't want. Imlerith can discard. That's nice. I don't think... This might actually be useful, the Drowner. So I think we just open Mamuna on the Griffin. Yeah, it seems like the play. Go like this. Good setup here. And we go Drowner when he plays Smuggler, because he probably has a Smuggler. Just a Sabertooth. Yeah, kind of expected he'd move something. Let's put Drowner... Let's put Drowner melee. Take 2 damage here. Then we go for our Caranthier Koshchey and see how many points we get. It's going to be a lot. Going to be a lot. Another trap. So this is a trap deck. Interesting. Well, let's see what he's got. Caranthier Koshchey is a lot of points. Caranthier Koshchey is a lot of points. We are down a card with double... He has double last say. Remember. Okay, he's going to do that. We have this other Koshchey, though. And I'm not convinced he has the points. We go like this. Even if he has a bunch of crushing traps for the row damage, we block a bit with armor, and Koshchey is just gonna, like, spam out points. Go Imlerith, discard this, so he doesn't have the option to kill it for some kind of comeback. Go Imlerith. Discard this. The Thrive on it might be better, though. He's not gonna kill it, we'll discard this. He's not gonna kill it. I just hit a bunch of armor, most likely. We're up by 65. Like, this is the strength of Caranthier Koshchey. Like, he's just gonna pass. Just for fun, we're gonna see how big this gets, because I wanna consume an 18-point Speartip. And we don't like trap players here. So, where is he? He had double last say and we were down a card, and look at this. We still have 118 points. He just passed, because there's no way you can keep up with this. GG. Alright, let's go into the next game here. Sorry if the audio sounds a little different here. This part got corrupted, so I had to get rid of it. But we're going on anyway. Let's find out what happens in the next game. We're up against Irregular with Relicts, almost certainly. We should have an interesting matchup here. He's going to have a ton of engine value, just like we do. But our engine value mainly is going to come in the Koshchey round, not in the other ones. So it might be kind of hard to keep up with the round 1, especially with a hand like this, where we do have Imlerith Griffin, which is a big help. We'll start with these 2 Neckers, because Neckers is our good option here. He has no way to deal with this, so when the opponent can't deal with Neckers, really good. We have our own Andrega Larvas here, so we'll throw those down, not a big deal. And we have the Bruxen, we'll have 5 Thrive Engines going, that should give us a shot. He's going to have really strong stuff like Witch Apprentice and this guy, but we can delete the second one that he creates, hopefully with the Drowner. We'll make, if not the second one, the third one. We'll get rid of one of them with a Drowner and stop them from spawning additional ones. We're still going to get good value from it, though. This is going to boost to a... Oh, if he played the Griffin. So we can actually kill this one with a Drowner and stop it all from doing anything, and that's really quite nice. And we'll delete that. And now we've got 6 Thrive Engines. That should be good. Like, I imagine this is good in most scenarios. He is Relicts, though, so he does have very high point potential and high point slam. So he's going to set up more of his own Thrive, since he knows that we have so much. He's going to lose that guy, though. We could Imlerith Toad Prince. We could go for one of the 4s, but I want to Imlerith for setup, because I'm feeling he might pass. We'll discard the Griffin, and that's a lot of points right there. Up by 17. It's not enough to get us out of the round, and we want to be careful of the She Who Knows. But now that we have Imlerith out, we can Imlerith Wrath it. And we'll play this for Thrive. We're just going to copy him with a Bronze. Toad Prince we can still play next turn if we want to consume a 4-point Andrega Larva. Oh, there's Yaga. That's really good for him. We can Imlerith Wrath it next turn. I think we just Toad Prince. We could also Ownermancy. That wouldn't be too bad. Let's go for the Toad Prince, remove one of the larvas. Then next turn we can Emlerith's Wrath down the Yaga. We don't actually have a 5, so we can't consume it, but there's not really a reason to not do it. It's the highest point target for the Emlerith's Wrath other than the Witch Apprentice, and we don't know anything we'd really want to do. If he does, like if he did give us a 5 or something, then we'd be in trouble, but we don't actually have a 5 out, and we don't have one in the graveyard, so we couldn't. We'll just get rid of it anyway. We could have gained a couple more points getting rid of the Witch Apprentice. Honestly, I'm just kind of scared of Yaga. I don't want him doing anything, like giving us a unit or something with Operator. I've seen someone do that, and that would be like a very unfortunate situation to have happen. I want to just avoid that risk. Now, if we play anything here, he has 3 Thrives and +2 on the what's it called? Witch Apprentice. If we pass, so he gains. If we pass right now, it's a draw, right? If we play a card, like we Ownermancy something out, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6 Thrives in that card. But I don't think we really want to go for that because he can She Who Knows, and his She Who Knows play them 13. He'll get 17 from it. He doesn't have She Who Knows. So we really start having to commit gold cards here to keep up, and I don't really want to. Emlerith's fine because it gives us setup, and Prince is fine as well because it's not that big of a card, but I don't want to have to start throwing out like Old Speartip. We could have thrown out Goliath, but if we throw out Goliath and he plays She Who Knows, he comes away with a tie-in carryover setup, so that's why we didn't do that one. No Koshchey is obviously not how we want the game to go, and he might push us. Yeah, he's going to push us, then play the She Who Knows. We probably have to play our own Lamuna, but let's just set up these Larvas first. I really don't want to play Old Speartip because I want to use Old Speartip asleep, but we drew him in our hand. Okay, we have to Mamuna here. There's no way we do this without Mamuna. We probably have to Mamuna Old Speartip. We might be able to get away with doing it on the Ozzrel, but a lot of points here. There's the She Who Knows. I knew that was coming. Let's see here. He gets 2 points. I want to Ownermancy out. Probably has Goliath. The only ruby he's going to have is in Weavis. We could consume... Nah. Go with the Old Speartip. We're going to have to go Old Speartip, and then we're going to have to Ownermancy something next turn. Let's see. We'll just go with the Goliath. There we go. Old Speartip asleep wasn't enough points. I really wanted to play that and get it out of our deck, since we already used Old Speartip, but it gives us a draw, and that's not good enough. We need the Goliath. Now we need our Koshchey here. I have faith in the Koshchey, if we draw it. Okay, I've got faith. We got 4 cards. Should be pretty good. He's gonna weave us the first one, probably. Probably gonna Ownermancy out this, what's it called? Kikimore Worker, honestly. Yeah, I have faith in the Caranther Koshchey. If he doesn't have Weavis, we straight win the game. If he does have Weavis, we'll see. It's gonna be pretty close. It's Koshchey. Now he's gonna play Weavis, almost certainly. We just hope he doesn't have it. If he doesn't have it, we win. Yeah, he does have it. We're gonna lose to Koshchey. Fine. Go for the other one. Leader. He still has Bloody Mistress, right? He hasn't played that yet. That'll give him a lot of points as well. But we did have the leader charge, which basically cancels out the She Who Knows. Although he does get his Sabbath really quickly. Yeah, there's the Bloody Nifty. So Gurnikor is going to get a lot of points. It's going to be really close. Really close. There's no point in going for anything other than the Kikimore Worker. And we'll go for it. His Weavis is gone, so he doesn't have damage to hit the armor off of this and kill it with. Then we'll go for our Ozzrel. Our Old Speartip's the biggest thing in the graveyard. He doesn't have anything bigger, so we'll consume that. And depending on his last card, he needs 16. He gets 3 from playing a Relic. Oh, he's got... Yeah, there it is. It's a draw. Okay. I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw, sure. Alright, let's do one more game. The last one's pretty interesting. The 2 engine decks, we were running Heavy Thrive, he's running Relicts. We kind of just balanced each other out and almost tied round 1, then tied the game. Pirates, okay. Our issue with Pirates is we don't have a good way to deal with Croc, other than Imlerith's Wrath. So, if he gets Croc early round 1, we could have a little bit of trouble. Just a bit. We have Neckers are really poor here because he's going to have Longboat. Longboat's going to kill them for 1 damage. He's going to kill 1. So Drowners become very valuable in this matchup. We can move the Longboat so it can't ping us, and we can move the Long Ship, the Uncrate Long Ship, so it doesn't have the melee damage. So I actually do want both Drowners in this hand. We'll go Neckers, he'll play the ship and kill 1, then we'll move the ship so it stops getting its order, and hopefully that is pretty good. Should be pretty good still. You can't kill both. If you killed both... Oh, we should have held off on that Jhin. Well, it doesn't matter. If he puts the 4 bleeding on a Neckers, he's going to thrive every turn anyway. He's still going to get full value. Move this, damage it, boost there. Now, if he has another ship, we can go with the other Drowner. If not, we can start setting up maybe an Andrega Larva and then go for our Old Speartip Asleep, perhaps. Try and get that going. Wouldn't be bad. Oh, he does have another long ship. So I guess we move that too. I'm so used to Drowners being melee, I always play them melee anyway, but they're not melee anymore. Probably shouldn't do that as much. We have the Andrega Larvas, Old Speartip, it would be interesting. I'm guessing though, when we play Old Speartip Asleep, he's just gonna pass, so we can't pull the Old Speartip out. So I think we want to use it to like bait the end of the round, because there's no way he's going to let it go off. The reason he won't, because he doesn't have like a Heat Wave in his deck. He's going to be playing Devotion. So he doesn't actually have a way, and he doesn't have a single card in his deck that can kill our Old Speartip Asleep without triggering it. Double discard on Burn a Brand, that's a lot of tempo. We kind of have to match that. This might work, Old Speartip Asleep. We could also go for our Imlerith. We could draw that with Onomancy, play it, discard our Griffin. That's good setup. Let's do it. And then we do have our Imlerith's Wrath. In case he's just holding Croc and not playing it, or he plays something really big, we can go for that and discard the Griffin. That will put us back ahead. And I want to be ahead, so when we play Old Speartip Asleep, it pressures on even still. As I don't want to give him the option of just passing when he sees it, without losing some kind of advantage. Okay, this is a perfect time to do it. Play this. By the way, he has no row damage. But, like, so he has no row damage, so there's no reason to really split these up. Okay, we'll go Old Spirit. We can go for Kiki More Worker. Let's go Kiki More Worker first. I want to play it on 4. Because that's really where we get pressure on him to pass on even. If we play it now, he could pass, and being at like, well, not push to win on even, or pushing to not lose on even, is what I'm saying here. Okay, we knew he would do that, which is why we now go for the Old Speartip. Because we've got the 3 Thrive, so this gives us 9 points, puts us ahead, and we got him to use a Leader Charge on our card. Now we're ahead, and he's going to pass, for sure. He's going to hover this, and then he's going to pass. That's what's going to happen. The reason we need to do this is because we don't actually have any more good cards in our hand that we want to play. We can't thrive anymore, and he doesn't know that, so we'll pass here. Get the round. Not sure why I said win on even. Let's stay ahead on even. We'll stay ahead to not lose on even. And now we can push him, which is what I want. I want to get rid of Fukusha. I want to get rid of Croc. I want those gone for round 3. The nice thing about Croc is that with Koshchey, the constant spawning of the larvas will block a lot of the Croc passive damage. But it's still not something we really want to be taking, obviously. We could not heat wave. We can Odomancy out our what's it called? The Caranthier and go for the 2-0. We haven't gone for the 2-0 yet today. This is a really strong 2-0 deck. Let's see what he does. He'll probably kill one of these with a leader charge, and he does have Skjordal to kill one too. Coral might get lucky.
Deal more for you.
Nah, she won't. He might kill the other one. Let's see. I don't think he has any discards. Okay. I don't think he has any discards left, but he can always Fukusha on Burn a Brand. So I think we want to get out a bunch of points across multiple bodies. So hopefully the Burn a Brand does not kill off our Andrega Larvas. If he goes for that. Otherwise, I kind of expect to see Croc finally come down here. There's Fukusha, that's good. If I'm going to leader charge one of our Andrega Larvas. Okay, he did get one. That's unfortunate. But that means Fukusha's gone. We're still pretty close. I think we go for the 2-0. His damage is going to be limited to Skjordal, leader charge, Heart of Terror, and what's it called? If he's playing Triggery, he has the Rupture. You can like passive 1 or 2 damage out stuff like Blackhand and what's it called? What's the other one? I don't know. But he's got no light long ships, which means without a gold card, he can't actually kill this Koshchey, right? Because he's got 1 leader charge for 3 damage. He needs a gold card to kill this, or he needs a Gutting Slash. Based on how slow this is, he doesn't have the Gutting Slash, so he's going to either have to have a Black Hand in his hand. Croc needs a turn to set up for his order, so that won't work. So he needs Black Hand or Skjordal to kill this. Okay, instead he'll go for the Heart of Terror. That's gone, which is really good. And now we go for the other Koshchey. Yeah, his 1 leader charge can't kill this here. So that kind of tells us here that he has no damage. Like, if he had 1 damage, he would have used it. Otherwise, he gets... If he's being greedy, he deserves to lose the game. If he had any way to do damage, he should have done it to kill our Koshchey we made with Caranthier. The difference between him killing it last turn and killing it this turn is 9 points. He should have killed it last turn if he had a way to. But since he didn't, it means he doesn't have a way to. There's the Croc, so he's trying to be greedy and hold off on Croc. He did get it out now, and we don't have a great way to kill it because it has enough armor that our Imlerith's Wrath will not get rid of it. Unfortunate. We have Toad Prince to Thrive. That'll give us a lot of points. Then we have Ozzrel for our last ranged card. He's going to lose a leader charge. Now, he did get rid of one of our larvas, but would have been better for him to get rid of one of the earlier ones, so it'll end up being worth more points. Again, he was a little greedy holding off that leader charge. That one I don't really blame him on, because you don't want to use all your leader charges up. But again, he won't get armor from that. And then these larvas will block all of the Croc passives. They'll tank the damage when he does like play a pirate. He has a Black Hand. Are you... You should have just used Black Hand to leader charge. You could have killed the Caranthier Koshchey. Super easy. Right? Like, it had 2 health and 2 armor. And you had 3 and 2 damage. Yeah. Our graveyards are tied for the biggest unit, so I'm just going to consume one of his. Every single point on our ranged row from Koshchey, so 6, 6, 12. So, essentially, the 1 larva would have lived, because we made it that turn from the Caranthier, but 6, 5, 4, 15. He gave us 20 points by not using Black Hand in his leader charge to kill our Koshchey. 20 points. I guess we just play this. What's our tallest? 7, 8. We do 8 damage. I guess we just do Coral, maybe? Yeah, this Coral's the smartest choice here. But he needs 42. Now, he would only have needed 22 if he killed off our Koshchey when he had the chance. 1 damage. There, does he have Junod? Is that what's going on here? I got him pretty... Look at him closer. Junod would be a pretty decent play. You had Squirtle too? You just wanted to lose the game. You just wanted to lose. You had so many ways of killing the Koshcheys, you just didn't do it. That's how you lose the game. You have to kill the Koshcheys when you get the chance. Alright. Let's talk about the deck for a second there. I gotta recover after that last guy. Man, that's agreed. I really think you want Maxi in here, by the way. I used to have Maxi in here by Cutter to put in the new Old Speartip asleep. That's a weird sounding sentence. So I do think you want Maxi. I used to run Maxi here. Maxi's great because you have to get the Koshchey into your hand. Let's see what else I was thinking about changing. Oh, yeah, we want a second target for Caranthier. Because there's a couple times we have Caranthier Koshchey as our only option. But if you're forced to play Caranthier otherwise, you don't want to be a 4-point card. So I think we want something for him to target. I'm just thinking what we cut. It's probably going to be the Beast. The Beast is a good target for the Caranthier. What do we cut, though? I'm thinking maybe Toad Prince. Yeah, Old Speartip asleep where we have 6 provisions in. So the Beast means we need 2. So overall, by the way, while doing this, I like the deck. I do like the deck. I think that Old Speartip and Old Speartip asleep are definitely stronger than it used to be. Just remember that Old Speartip Sleep now does not have Veil, so you do want to Purify, I think, because he's a very common lock target. So we'll just do this, take out Toad Prince, and put in the Beast. I think the Beast is the best target here. And I think this is the version of the deck we'll use going forward. Quite a bit of fun with this one. I do like the changes, and hopefully it'll work out pretty well. Yeah, I like the deck. It's pretty decent, not super strong, but that's what we expected. But it did alright today. We got a few wins, and this change to Old Speartip asleep, I really do like. And I predict we'll see quite a bit of him with experimentation, and Ozzrel got better with being able to consume an 18. So yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.